Harsh, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir. It
thank
is
you.
visible.
So, key activities for social and financial monitoring. So, what is monthly activities? So, in monthly activities, one is social. So, NSGC will be sharing your performance with Ministry of Skill Development, that how many training numbers you have reported against your target committed in the term sheet, how many training centers are operational, how many courses are operational, how many courses, I mean to say, you're providing training in those courses. Will give the complete data to the Ministry of Skill Development, who are the top performing TPs, who are not performing. So we give all the details to the ministry, and we give this details to the ministry monthly. So we give this detail on 7th of every month to the Ministry of Skill Development. Nominee director. So NSDC appoint nominee directors for funded training partner if the loan size is more than 20 CR, depends on the agreement terms and condition. So NSDC share your social performance, your training and placement count with the nominee director appointed by NSDC. This is only for the funded training partners who have taken loan from NSDC. Interest and principal tracking. This is also for funded training partners who have taken loan, grant, or equity. So this is only for the funded, I mean to say, NSDC Finance and credit team track your repayment in case of non-repayment of loan. What are the quarterly activities? So NSCC schedules a conference call with training partners to know about your performance, challenges, new activities, and going forward plans. Training center visits. NSGC monitoring team or state engagement officer will be visiting your training center. They will check whether the training is happening or not. Visitor may take feedback from candidate, trainers, center head, etc. about the training, about your trainers. So they may visit your training center. What is this call validation? So the candidate data which you will be reporting to on Skill India portal will be called from our third party call center. So this will be a verification call. So call center executive may ask basic questions like, have you done training from this training center? How was the training how was the training quality? Was there any issue during the training about certification, etc. In case if TP don't candidate don't pick up the calls or said I have not done any training from this organization or training center, then monitoring team will ask you the training proof. So training proof can be a copy of candidate Aadhaar copy, any government ID proof, registration proof, etc., which can be provided to the NSDC. So at the time of counseling, please inform candidate that they will get the verification call from NSDC. So financial utilization certificate has to be submitted every quarter. This is applicable only for the funded training partner. UC has to be vetted by chartered accountant. NSDC credit team will be doing the analysis of utilization certificate submitted by you. In case of any clarification, they will reach out to your finance team. Annual renewal and disbursement process. So partnership certificate renewal and subsequent disbursement will be done based on your milestone achievement. Partnership certificate is applicable to both funded and non-funded training partners. Disbursement is applicable only to the funded training partners. TP rating, I'll explain TP rating framework in my last slides. So what are the key expectations from you? So Skill India portal registration process has already been shared with you and many of them registered on Skill India portal. If you have not registered, kindly register as soon as possible so that we can issue NSDC partnership certificate. Without Skill India portal registration, partnership certificate will not be issued or renewed. So training partner has to create courses, training centers, trainer, assessment agency on Skill India portal, and the same will be approved by NSCC operations team. Enrollment and batch creation has to be done on a real-time basis. So many training partners upload data after the completion of training, which is a wrong practice. It is expected that you will report candidate data on a real-time basis. In case if you don't upload candidate data on Skill India portal, it will or it may impact your rating. I'll come to rating later. So branding guidelines. So currently, as I said, branding guidelines under review. Once it gets finalized, I'll share the guidelines with you. So deadline for submission of UC and AFS. So as said earlier, UC has to be submitted quarterly. It has to be submitted by 15th of first month of the next quarter. Annual financial statement, I mean, so balance sheet must be submitted by June. This is only for the funded training partners. So attendance of conference calls. So in the past, it has been observed that training partner don't attend the conference call or they send their junior employee for the discussion. So conference call is raised concerns for the discussion regarding business growth, training model, UC analysis, disbursement process, or other skilling projects. Response to the UC clarification. So training partners who have taken loan or grant from NSDC, they will be doing the analysis, or our finance team will be connecting with them for clarification for utilization of money or loan which they have taken from NSDC. Proper documentation. So at the time of candidate admission, registration forms, government ID proof, declaration, in case of self-employment, upskilling, opted for higher study, it has to be collected from the candidate. These documents may be checked during the monitoring visit. So what is the course alignment process? So training partners are required to align their courses with the qualification pack or NOSIS developed by the respective sector skill councils. At the time of course approval, you have to submit an undertaking that you have a required infrastructure trainer to run these courses. For course alignment, course creation, and renewal on Skill India portal, I have made a video tutorials. You can see all the videos. It will answer your all the queries related to course alignment and course creation on Skill India portal. One more thing, we do accept non-QP aligned courses on Skill India portal. Non-QP means the qualification pack has not been created or under development by the Sector Skill Council. So if there is no qualification pack of your course, still these courses can be created on Skill India portal, and the same approval will be given by the operations team. So sector addition. So addition of a new sector which is not a part of your agreement. So there is a provision to add the sector. For sector addition, you are required to submit an undertaking on 100 rupees stamp paper. If you want to add any sector which is not a part of your agreement, write an email to me. I'll share the sector addition guidelines with you. For sector addition, NSDC do charge rupees 10,000 per sector. This is a processing fees that we charge. So what is the placement criteria in market-led program or a fee-based model? So after the completion of training, there are 4 stages. One will be the wage employment or the salary employment. So what is salary employment? Salary or wage employment means the candidate got a job and getting the salary. In this case, you have to collect the placement proof from the candidate, like offer letter, letter or email from the employer, or salary slip if possible. If not possible, try to get an email from candidate that he or she got a job in ABC company, whatever, so that the placement proof can be validated. So what is self-employment? Candidate has started their own business or a freelancer. In case, if you have, in that case, you have to collect the undertaking from the candidate that he or she has started their own business. For example, in apparel sector or in beauty sector, 70% is a self-employment. So they open their own beauty parlor or start their clothes swing at their home. So in undertaking, it has to be mentioned that they have started their own business and not required the wage employment or salary placement support from your training center. So what is upskilling? Upskilling is generally happens for the working employees. So for example, many corporate may connect with you that to update the knowledge of the new software to their employees. So our training partner organize 1 or 2 day training and upskill their knowledge with the new technology. In that case, you have to you can have a letter from the corporate that these many employees have been upskilled by you, and you can also give NSDC and Skill India certificate to these upskilling candidates, and the letter given by your corporate can be submitted to the NSDC as a proof. What is opted for higher studies? So after the completion of training, many candidates don't go for the placement and they look for a higher studies. So in that case, you have to take declaration come undertaking from the candidate that they would like to go for higher studies and don't require placement support from your training center. So for placement, wage employment, self-employment and upskilling will be considered as a placement. Opted for higher studies will not be considered as a placement. For undertakings, you can take the undertaking on white paper A4 size with their photograph and their signature. So correspondence with monitoring and operations team. So if you are facing any technical issue during candidate data upload, in that case, you have to raise ticket on Zoho portal. All the technical issues will be communicated through Zoho tool. I have made a video tutorial on this. I'll share this PPT with you so that you can get all the video tutorials links and you can start your uploading data on Skill India portal. So what is the and the NSDC SPOC? So from your daily operation, one SPOC will be assigned from NSDC. I will be the second level SPOC for monitoring operations and partnership management support. If your issue is not getting solved, you may connect with me. I'll give you my email ID and contact details with you. What is the fee structure? So commitment fees, this is for funded training partner only applicable to, I mean to say, I will request credit team to share the guidelines with you if any funded partner is with us. Partial disbursement, if you don't take your subsequent tranches as per the schedule specified in your agreement, then INR 25,000 has to be deposited. Renewal charges, this is for non-funded training partners. If you are a for-profit organization, then renewal charge will be 1.50 lakh and 100 rupees per candidate. Or if you are on a not-for-profit for-profit organization, the revenue or sharing will be 250 rupees certified candidate as per the agreement. Foreclosure charges, I mean, you can check the fee structure plan. This is only for the funded training partners. Sector edition, as already said, that if you want to add any sector which is not a part of your agreement, you can add a sector, but per sector we do charge 10,000 rupees and the policies are given in the below. So what is training partner rating? So NSDC has created TP rating framework. So your rank or grade will be based on your milestone achievement. Your rating will be published on NSDC website. So now the question is, why this rating framework design? So PMKVY, TDU-GKY, NULM, State Skill Mission, CSR donors allocate targets to the NSCC training partners. And they request NSCC to share their performance or recommendation for the target allocation. So NSDC will be sharing your rating or score with the CSR donor, DDU-GKY, NULM, PMKY, etc., so that they can decide whether target to be allocated or not in the government or grant schemes. So these are the parameters: number of trainings, placement, fee pay model, certified trainer, NSQF alignment assessment. This is important for you to keep training quality good. Make sure 70% placement, proper documentation of candidate at your training center. Important thing, we don't consider any manual numbers. At the time of rating, many training partners submit Excel sheet of candidate which is not acceptable. Candidate details uploaded on Skill India portal will be considered towards your achievement. So if you have any number, all the number has to be uploaded on Skill India portal only. We will not consider any Excel sheet. We will not consider any Word file for the achievement with regards to your rating. So these are the Skill India portal video tutorials. You can share with your MIS team. So please watch all the videos step by step. Start creating your training center courses, batches on Skill India portal. It will help you to upload data on Skill India portal. And this is the candidate certificate which can be downloaded from the Skill India portal. This is a candidate certificate. So on the left hand side, your logo will be there in the below signature. This is a dummy certificate only, and your organization name, QR code. So there are a lot of training partners who provide the CSR training. So their CSR donor requested that they want to use their logo as well on the certificate. So there's a provision given on the Skill India portal. If you wish to add any CSR donor logo on the certificate, so you can go for that. You have to take approval from NSDC from our side. Thank you very much. If you have any query with regards to monitoring operations and all the things, I will be able to answer your queries. Any queries?
This is Girish from